maybe you have my microphone.
Do I?
We'll notice it.
I don't think so.
I will just grab a little bit.
I think I'm good.
We're back.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Between Us Only.
I feel like I'm sitting on the...
Sorry, we'll give us a few seconds to adjust.
We're rookies again.
Yeah. I might as well fuck around with this chair too. Okay. God, it's been forever. It's been a whole month since we've filmed an episode. We apologize. It's been a pretty crazy
2 months.
Yeah, crazy 2 months. Pretty much since the New York premiere.
I feel like since before then.
Yeah, I mean, yes, but like I felt like the New York trip, then went to Sweden, all the shit we dealt with the dogs.
Yeah.
Like it's been
a lot.
And then the release of the Black Dagger Brotherhood, which the response has been fucking amazing. Thank you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been very stressful, but like also I've been very happy with just the response with everything, you know. It's been great. But
we took a much needed break.
Yeah, we have. But we are determined to get back to our regular programming, I hope.
Yes.
Well, at least
at least every other week.
At least for a little while, you know.
Until we take a break again.
Until we get tired. No, but yeah, things with us have been good.
Yeah. Last time we talked, it was right before we left for Sweden.
Yeah, which that trip was amazing.
Mm-hmm. Everything worked out mostly amazing.
Yeah.
The only thing that was like the issue was that all the ICE protests started.
Yeah, so...
And we're located like right in downtown where most of the protests were.
Literally was happening like outside of our door pretty much.
So I was very worried about
my
friend Tanya that was living here.
Yeah, Michelle's friend who was dog sitting for us.
She also got sick on top of all of that. So
yeah.
it was a lot.
I swear to God, anytime we do anything and we have to figure out the situation with our animals, that's why we typically take them with us, because we think that's easier, but it's not, because we still run into issues.
Listen, no matter what, it's kind of the same price.
Yeah.
It's like...
But it's just always an issue, and that's why I never leave the apartment if I don't have to. I just stay with the animals 24/7, which I love it, honestly. Like, I love it. I spend night and day with them, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I love it. I'm a shut-in. I'm a homebody. When I'm out with people, I summon the gods and become an extrovert, but typically I'm an introvert and like to stay home.
I feel like you were way more extroverted when we started dating.
Because you saw... Sorry, I'm scratching my nuts. They're really itchy. Sorry, I had to do that. We can cut that out. No, but...
no, we don't.
No,
we don't.
But when you met me, I was living in a house full of actors.
Yeah.
And so I never...
You also new to LA.
But it was mainly the environment I was in. I was literally...
Yeah.
I'm the type of person that I'll feed off the energy that I'm around. Or like I'll put on a certain energy to like try to lift whatever I'm in. But like, you're the only person that I'm just like 100% comfortable with. So you see me just like turn off. I'm just like... Do
you see that I'm like behind this curtain?
No, you're good, baby. I trust me.
I'm like leaning into the curtain.
Okay, all right, we'll pull away. But you're gonna look closer to the camera now.
No, because you're a lot closer to me than I am.
No, my legs are just longer than yours and they look closer. But
whatever.
Sorry, I still have like a little cough. I was sick for a little bit too. But no, like the environment I was in, it was like I was living with all actors. I mean, all my friends.
Yeah.
And it was just 24/7, like just how I am when I'm with people. Like when I'm like, I turn the volume up a little bit and myself.
Mm-hmm.
It was like that all the time. So
plus you were still drinking.
And I was drinking a lot and doing other stuff. But yeah, drinking mainly. But then Michelle came and rescued me, and she's my angel.
Rescued you.
You did. You rescued me.
That's not what your old roommates thought of me.
No, they didn't. They thought you stole me. But Rightfully so. I honestly, if I wouldn't have met you, I honestly think I would be dead right now. No, I honestly, because just the way I was going, like, yes, I was still like motivated and like pursuing what I wanted to do, but it's just, I think the drinking and the other shit I was doing just would have caught me eventually, you know? And that's like the other thing, like a lot of people don't really understand that, you know? Because I never, obviously, there was actually a little period there where I was posting some crazy shit during COVID.
Yeah.
Like, really crazy stuff. Like, the video of me in the Joker makeup when I was, like, spinning around on the floor, like, I was
it's also funny
obliterated in that video.
About that video is that I have a separate video of you calling me on FaceTime. This was, like, 3 months into our relationship. And you're just calling me on FaceTime at, like, 11 p.m. in full Joker makeup and just, like, you were so drunk. And you were just being
crazy.
And I was like, yeah, that's the person I'm dating.
I know. I'm like, and this is what because
you definitely kept COVID interesting, you know?
Yeah, I tried. No, but it's, I because I fell for you so quickly in the beginning, and I told my roommates, I was like, I am not like, I am not in a good place right now to like bring this person into my life and like disrupt her life because I'm such a fucking mess right now. And I was like, but I kept telling roommates, I was like, but I seriously think I fucking love her. I was like, I'm such an idiot. And then I gave myself this rule. I was like, okay, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna just show her where I'm at in my life and like what I'm doing. And if she doesn't like that, then I'm not going to like try to like force anything, you know? And I just showed you all of my colors, and you didn't try to fix me, but you were just like that supportive.
Which is funny because I've always had the fix it mentality. I'm like, oh, I can fix this person.
Yeah.
And I know that I've been like, I shouldn't have that mentality of thinking of people. And I don't know if it's cancer in me, you know, that I'm always looking for people that I can like fix, or I was when I was younger. And I know with you, because I told you, I was like, as long as you're just honest with me about everything, like if you're doing something, if you're drinking, if you're like being a menace, I was like, just be honest with me.
Yeah. And I opened the floodgates on.
And then we'll grow together from that.
Yeah. And it, realistically, it was like, you just were that, you were just like the comforting voice in like this really dark time, and it was nice to like not have to like keep anything from you, like my fucking drug habits that I was doing. Like I would just tell you when I was doing something or when I was on something, and you were very, very generous and good to me, and I'm happy that I was smart enough to fucking stop being a dumbass and get my shit together, because I'm serious, I owe so much of everything that is good in my life to you. I mean, you're the top of that, you know, like you're the best thing that I have in my life, but everything else that has come from that is because of you, you know, and I love you.
Because of us.
We're a good team. We are a good team, but really though, like, I'm dead serious. You fucking saved my life. And this just goes into so many other things. It's like another reason why I'm sorry, I'm jumping around a lot, but
I just think back to your 29th birthday. That was our first.
When we sang karaoke in the living room.
Yeah, but that was our first birthday together, right?
Yeah.
And you were spitting fire on the balcony. Do you remember that?
I mean, I've done that a couple times, so yeah.
But still, we were in an apartment complex and you were on the balcony.
We weren't even supposed to have a barbecue out on that balcony.
You did have a
and
barbecue.
I had a fucking full charcoal barbecue, and I burned the shit out of the. It was bad. Like really, like I know, like I'm saying this almost like as if it's funny, but it's really not funny. It's fucking crazy.
Don't do this at home, kids.
No, don't. It was so stupid. I'm such an idiot.
But we learn from our mistakes.
Yeah, but what I wanted to say, there's like so many things that I felt connected with Z's story.
Yeah.
But like how Bella came into his life and like showed him that he was worth loving and that he wasn't broken and all of these things, and it's like it's just another reason why I connected so much with him, because like you're my Bella, you know. So.
I love you.
I love you too, baby. All right, let's talk about Sweden though.
Yeah, that took a very left curve of just like, let's go into something completely else.
Sorry, this is honestly though, like I like
it too.
I love taking little breaks because I feel like there's just so much, like so many.
Discuss when we come back. Yeah, I know.
It's nice.
And that's also the reason why we went down to every other week instead of every week.
So it's like even these longer breaks, we have even more. Also, our last video is at like 2,000 views, which is fucking dope.
Well, I mean, honestly, the reason why I've been pushing off, because we've been literally for the last 3 weeks, we've been like, oh, we should podcast, and then the day come when we're just gonna podcast, and we're like, I have no energy to podcast, and then we wait too long, and we're like, okay, we'll do it like this next day that we have.
The real reason is because Mrs. Pilates over here. We would wake up and be like, hey, we're gonna podcast tomorrow, or we would be like, we're gonna podcast tomorrow morning, and then we would wake up and she's like, yeah, we're gonna podcast after my Pilates class because I have a class at 9, and I'm like, okay, well, I'm gonna go to the gym if you're gonna go to Pilates, and then I go to the gym, and then I'm there for like 2.5 hours, and then when I come home,
he like leaves when I'm coming home from Pilates. So if I have Pilates at 9, he leaves at 10, and then he comes back at like 12:30, and then we're both just like,
and then by that time we're both like, she's kind of working on something, and I'm like going through my routine of like after working out, and then we look at each other. And then
3 o'clock hits, and we're both like,
I'm just like, let's do it another day. And then she's like, yeah. We treat podcasting.
It's the same thing. We were supposed to do it last Sunday.
Yeah, we treat
podcasting
like we treat our laundry in the closet. Michelle's like, we are folding all that laundry tomorrow, and I'm like, okay. And then I wake up, I'm like, you want to skip? And she's like, yeah. It's like canceling plans. It's like awesome. You plan to do something, and then you just say fuck it, and then you watch the Lord of the Rings trilogy.
We always podcast like in the last minute. Like, it's Tuesday today. This episode is supposed to drop tomorrow.
Yeah.
We're literally always pushing it until the last minute.
Yeah.
We're procrastinating a lot right now.
Yeah, we have been, but it's okay.
It's fine. We're fine. It's fine.
Sweden.
But back to Sweden.
Yeah.
It was a really nice trip.
It was awesome.
We got there. We went to a wedding the next day. We went out to the vacation house where we got married, which is honestly, I just love being there.
Oh yeah, it's absolutely
it's like
beautiful.
It's such a recharge of like, you just feel so relaxed.
Yeah. Well,
no,
when there's not work to be done, but yes. But no, yes, 100%. And this trip was very relaxing,
Yeah, because I told my parents not to give us any work.
Yeah, she told her mom, she was like, Andrew has requested, he doesn't want to build anything, fix anything, paint anything,
sand anything.
Yeah. And then Marie, your mom, was like, oh, I was gonna have Andrew put siding on the house or something. Like, and but I appreciate you telling them that, but now they think I'm lazy probably, but
and then they were like talking about something that needed to be fixed, and I was like, my dad was like, remember you promised Andrew he wouldn't be doing anything, and my mom was like, yeah. It's fun though. It's fun. No, it was such a good trip, and Michelle's nieces and nephew, my godson, are so big now. Yeah, it is crazy. They've grown so much. We went to their little kindergarten.
Oh yeah, the graduation.
Yeah. For the summer.
They're so sweet. It's seriously like just how they I don't know.
Their personalities.
Yeah, just how they're just so cute. I just want a kid. I just want a little baby.
Ralph is always so happy.
Yeah, they're really good kids.
He loves food. Oh my god.
These little girls too are like full sentences. And they speak Swedish, of course. So you just like, you see this little person.
But they know English too.
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, they called Michelle on her birthday and sung happy birthday to her in Swedish and in English, which is honestly the cutest video I think I've ever seen.
They're 3 and 5.
It is
and they sing in English.
When Mimi sings happy birthday to you, it's literally the cutest thing I have ever seen in my life.
It's also such a like the video as a whole. My brother filmed that like right before they were going to bed, so they're just like sitting like naked, ready for bed.
Hair's all messed up.
Hair is like, but they're so adorable, and I love them.
Yeah.
Oh, I love them.
Yeah.
And I know Ralph just started walking.
Mm-hmm.
He's walking everywhere.
He looks like a different baby from when we saw him last time at the baptism.
Yeah, but when you saw him last time,
he has like a little blonde mullet, just like pure blonde, big blue eyes. And before he was like, his hair was like darker, and
he was always blonde.
He
was always like,
he just had less hair. He just had less hair, so it was less noticeable. But I swear his eyes got bluer. Like they weren't that blue. Now they're like
but
blue
look
like
at
the
all
ocean.
the girls.
Yeah.
Like the girls too. Their eyes are like just super super blue.
Yeah. Yeah, they're so cute. And this last trip of us being there, we saw Iron Maiden in concert, which has literally been on my bucket list since I was like 13 or 14. Yeah. Like Iron Maiden is one of the longest one of the longest bands I've ever listened to.
Yeah.
In high school and middle school, like I had a different Iron Maiden shirt for literally every day of the month. Like I had like 50 shirts, and I would all I wore were Iron Maiden shirts. I would just rotate them out. But getting to see Bruce. Did you
toss all of those?
Yeah, because a lot of them, when you're a skateboarder, a lot of your shirts, they get ripped in the back. So they're all ripped up in the back from rolling, from like when you mess up on a trick and you roll on your back. So a lot of those shirts were ripped on the shoulders, the back, and like
That's cool.
You could tell which ones were my favorite because like they
were the most ripped ones.
The most ripped ones, but they were too small for me. Like still to right now, I would not be able to fit into them.
Would I have been able?
You would have, yeah, but I wouldn't have been able to
kept them. I'm kidding.
I know. I wish I would have kept a couple of them, but.
Yeah.
But no, seeing Bruce Dickinson live, like that dude is a fucking.
I mean, you've seen Bruce Dickinson live before.
Yeah, at the
time before we went.
Yeah, but that was his other band, which it's still. What I like about him is like all of his songs, like he's a storyteller. Yeah. It's like there's a beginning and an end to his songs. It's not just like they have a chorus line, but there's all this stuff happening in between. But that dude is a fucking showman.
Yes.
Between each song, he did a fucking outfit change.
Yeah.
Like it, and then they had this big screen, and like they had these different levels of the stages that would project a screen onto that. So it was like a full set. It looked like when they were changing the backdrops on stuff.
Yeah.
And like there was when he sang "Fear of the Dark," I think it was. I think that was the one where
he got sucked into the screen.
Yeah, well, and then there was the moon behind him, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that was the Fear of the Dark one, but that backdrop was fucking crazy.
Yeah.
But it was
also something with like the sea and like the ship, and it was like a whole like story video behind it, like as they were singing, and then they brought out that big
Fear of the Dark.
What's that big thing called?
The noose. When he gets hung from the
no when that big monster.
Oh, Eddie.
Yeah.
And
he was waving a Swedish flag.
Yeah.
Which is funny.
It was seriously such a great show. Like even if you don't like the music, it just visually it was entertaining. You know, like every song they had like a new theme for it to go along with the song, and it was great.
Yeah.
So, I love you, Mats. Thank you so much for getting those tickets. That was incredible.
I realized though, like I really appreciate now afterwards. I really appreciate that we went and everything, that to be a part of that. But like in the moment, I realized that I'm probably not a concert person.
Just 'cause standing there.
Yeah, it was just like we were standing on the floor in front of the stage, and like. People started pushing. It got super, super hot.
Well, that's the
person next to me was like waving his arms, and I had like my glasses that were broken. I super glued them, so I was like, if he hits me, these are gonna be flying everywhere.
Well, I kind of kept my arm up a little bit, but yeah, I think.
And it was at one point you were like, touch me, and I was like, don't touch me, because I was like having like a panic attack.
Also, because how low you were. Yeah. Like I felt fine.
Oh my god, everybody was so fucking tall.
Well, I felt fine because my head was above everybody too.
Yeah, but you're tall.
But I was like, I could breathe. But I looked down at you and Marie, and it was like your guys' heads were down by shoulders, and then like I felt I was sweating.
Yeah.
But my head was getting a breeze.
It was funny too. My dad was like standing, and then this guy comes in front of him, and he's like, he was like, oh my God, how, like, I'm trying to think numbers, but he was like,
That guy was like 6'4" or 6'5".
no,
probably.
he was like 7 feet tall. He was fucking giant. And my dad was just standing there. He's like, I can't see anything. And then all of a sudden he was gone. I don't know where this tall ass man went.
Yeah, well, your mom kept like pushing him.
Yeah, she did.
Which was funny.
My mom kept like doing weird dances to have people move around her.
Yeah,
So
it was funny.
they wouldn't be pushing in on her. But
yeah, my legs were
one
fucking.
guy almost started fighting.
Yeah, behind us. My legs were pretty tired.
Yeah.
I was envious of the people in the stage that had
know.
chairs. I was like that because this is a type of show you don't need to be like jumping up and down.
Yeah.
Like you could be like there.
It's not really dance music.
Well,
though.
no, you can like you can headbang and like
The guy
mosh
next to me
pit to
was.
it. If I was drinking and I was there with like my friends,
Yeah.
I would be like in a circle
You would
jumping
be one
around.
of those menace people.
Yeah, I'd be jumping around and like fucking just pounding beers, you know. But I could enjoy that show sitting in a chair in the balcony where the seats were. That I would have really liked that. You know? But
I really like it was a fun experience to go to.
it was awesome. Like that's literally was on my bucket list. Like I said that when I was like 17. I was like, I want to see Iron Maiden before they all die because they're so old. And Bruce Dickinson sounds like, I honestly think he sounds even better live than he does on the records. Like he sounds great on the records.
He sounds great.
His vocal range is fucking
It's crazy.
wild.
It's crazy. And like he's keeping up, like he's jumping around like he is fucking 20 years old.
He's
crazy.
all over the stage,
Yeah.
like jumping off like fucking ledges that are like 6 feet tall. He's a fucking madman.
Yeah. No, it's crazy.
What else did we do?
Not much,
It
really.
rained a lot while we were in Sweden, except for like the last 2 or 3 days.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. Did it rain?
Yeah, it rained a lot. The first few days we were there, it rained, and the whole like. So I typically in LA I don't have allergies. When I go back home to Spokane in the summer, it's like hit or miss. It depends on like if it's like. It depends on if they had a really like a lot of rain
in
the spring. But it's but yeah, when I go to Sweden in the summer, it's bad. Like so I was so stoked because the first like more than half of the trip it was raining a lot off and on and kind of overcast. I had no allergies. I was like, wow, this is crazy. Then the last like 3 days it got really nice, sunny, and it was just like I couldn't breathe through my nose. It was just like my nose was just dripping. I would be like talking to somebody and not realizing.
No, the last day was the worst day. That's when we did like the whole like we had people over and like Anne was cooking for all of us and Anne was just sitting there just like.
and I honestly I think that was the beginning of like I think I started getting sick because like I even felt like my body was a little bit achy then.
Yeah.
And then we traveled back the next day. And then we got here, and then Tanya, who was house sitting, was just getting over a sickness. And I think the mixture of traveling and like having like everything the allergies, it just like my immune system dropped, like just plummeted. And then I was sick for a couple days, and like it was not fun. But Anne's strawberry cake that she made for your early birthday celebration in Sweden was phenomenal.
I love those dips that she made.
Which ones?
She made that cracker, and then we those were so good. Like one was like a cheese, and the other one was like I think like a roasted tomato.
Yeah, I literally ate so much while I was there. I had like probably 5,000 cookies, like 28 pieces of cake.
We were doing fika like every
2 hours. It was like, let's do a fika, coffee and fucking sweets and pastries. I was like, this is I felt
that's Sweden, you know.
Yeah, no, but it was awesome. It was such a good time.
Yeah, it was really nice.
What else? We did some stuff while we were there that I
feel like we were just relaxing a lot.
Yeah.
Trying to think, did we go out to eat any of the days? But I don't think so.
We went to that one museum, that weird museum.
Yeah.
That was weird.
You tried a salty licorice.
Tried a lot of stuff. They had like fucking.
You can buy that in a grocery store. That's salty licorice.
Yeah, it was gross, but they had like dried crickets and all sorts of weird shit.
Yeah.
But it was a good.
It was like taste the saltiest licorice in the world, basically, and they sell that in Sweden in the store. And my mom just kept grabbing.
Yeah, too much.
She loves licorice. She grabbed like 10, 15 pieces.
Yeah, it was like you're
and then after a while, she was like, yeah, my stomach is starting to hurt. And I was like, well, no shit.
Yeah.
You just ate so much salt.
Yeah. But, yeah.
And we did that VR walking on a plane.
Oh, yeah, that was crazy. That was trippy.
That was really trippy.
Yeah.
But I feel like that trip was so short.
I
mean,
mean,
we did a lot of things, but I felt like the week just went by so quickly.
it was just nice to though be with your family and like not be
Just
rushing
relaxing,
around
yeah.
and doing anything. That was nice. We laid by the pool a couple of days, which was great. And the last day I was there too, I got so sunburnt. That's what else. That also fucked my immune system up. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna get back. Like I wanted to get like a nice tan and then come back to LA and like be really tan. I was fucking burnt. Like I looked like a tomato everywhere. Like I did serious sun damage to my skin. But I like to call it a 5-day tan, because like it takes 5 days for it for me to molt and peel off all my skin, and then
That's not good.
I'm just kidding. I actually didn't peel. I didn't peel from that. But
I know.
But it was a burn. Like
it was a really bad burn. But we
hurt.
were also slapping on a lot of aloe vera on it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I feel like we treated it good.
But then we come back from Sweden.
We
I don't
come
know.
back.
I don't know what I was.
We come back from Sweden.
We come back and
We celebrated midsummer.
Celebrated midsummer with some of Michelle's friends, my friends too, and the brothers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, 2 of the brothers.
Mm-hmm.
And
I was like, was it only 2?
it was just Zach and Alex and Sia who were able to come. Zach had prior plans. Yeah, his parents were in town and they had to go see like a premiere for his movie or series or show.
Yeah.
But that was really great.
It was.
You made the strawberry cake, which took you 3 days to make.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, there's a lot of people that want that recipe.
I know.
So I don't know how you go about it. But
so the reason why I haven't released the recipe is because it's a mix of 4 different recipes, and it's all in Swedish. So I have to like transfer, like change the measurements and stuff, and like rewrite into English basically.
No.
So I can't just release the like recipe because you guys wouldn't understand it basically. But yeah, and then I put it together in my own way. So technically, it's my recipe now.
Well, a lot of people want it.
We're gonna call it Michelle's summer cake.
Michelle's summer cake.
That's the name of it now.
It was really good. She was like, you were what is it? What's the part called? The egg yolk and the sugar.
Meringue.
Meringue. She was really worried about it, but it tasted fantastic. It was really good.
Yeah. Well, the issue about, I don't know if anybody here has done a meringue before. This was my first time, so that's why I was so worried. But you're supposed to keep in a very like cool, non-humid space, and our AC broke that day.
Yeah.
So our apartment was like 56% humidity.
Yeah.
So I was stressing about that.
Yeah. Which. Being in a house with 3 animals and no AC fucking sucks.
It sucks.
And I like to keep the AC at a nice 66 degrees.
A nice crisp 66.
Which is also another funny thing. Like, sorry, I keep bringing up Z, but like another funny thing is like his room is always cold.
Yeah.
And they don't directly talk about if this is like a power of his, but I kind of associate with it possibly being one of his powers. Is like when something is happening in a scene, it's like a cool burst comes from Z. And so it's like he like his energy will come off as like cold,
Yeah.
And they don't ever say, like in the Black Dagger Brotherhood guide, they say his only power is being able to dematerialize, but from what I've gathered, it's like he's able to soothe the mind of like a person, like a female prostitute who he's biting and feeding from. He can soothe her mind to like not make her scared, and then he can also like wipe memories, and then he can dematerialize. But I also like to associate that he's like a human AC or a vampire AC, you know. but going back to like the things that I associate myself with him as well is like I love the apartment to be fucking ice cold.
I know.
And everybody that comes over complains.
So many people said that on Midsummer. They were like, "Yeah, I felt like your apartment didn't feel like a fridge this time." And I was like,
"Yeah."
It's like, "Yeah, our AC, bro."
Our electrical bill every month, or the water and electric, is like $500 or $600 because I keep it on 66 degrees.
It's expensive. So I guess our electrical bill got down now because
this is gonna be the cheapest bill we've ever.
It was the cheapest.
Yeah.
I already got it. It was like $60.
Yeah. Is it really?
Yeah.
That's crazy. I still don't care. I'm gonna fucking once our AC is still.
The electrical is not the water. It gets added on to our building. So
yeah.
I got the utility bill and it was like $60, and I was like, "Ooh."
Yeah.
I was like, that hasn't been that low in a long time.
Does she need to go out again, you think?
I think she wants at least food. Do you want to run her out just in case?
Do you think that, or is it she wants the food?
I don't know. We should take a break anyways and get into a new video.
All right, we'll be back.
Bye.
And we are back in the game.
Somewhat. Oh. Okay.
All right. What were we talking about? Pepperoni?
Pepperoni pizza.
Pepperoni pizza. A pepperoni pizza. Okay. So yeah, we had a great Swedish trip to Sweden. It was awesome spending time with your family. Did a lot.
Since then, since our last episode, we have 5 BDB episodes.
5 BDB episodes. And frick you. And the response has been amazing.
It has.
It really has. I'm so happy that everyone's enjoying it, and I am so looking forward to season 2.
Yeah.
It's just gonna keep getting better and better, and you guys are gonna.
I feel like for season 2, like I definitely want to fly out there.
Yeah, of
for
course.
like a week or something.
Yeah. We'll have to ask Tanya to come and visit.
Yeah. And I feel like it would be fun to do a podcast episode there.
Yeah.
Like I'll bring.
Oh yeah.
Like I'll bring the stuff and we'll do a podcast there.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Like I can maybe not bring these mics, but I have like these smaller ones, so maybe we can like try to do that.
Mhm.
I don't
we'll
know.
figure it out. It'll be fun.
Figure it out.
Yeah, that would be awesome. That'd be so much fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just I'm just so excited. And we have the finale coming this Thursday, which is the majority of the comments I've seen. People are sad but excited.
Yeah.
But I mean, listen, season 2 will be here before you guys know it, and yeah, just it gives you something to look forward to, you know. And it's nice that I'm really happy that they didn't just release all the episodes, because initially I was like, yeah, release all of them at once, you know, because like I love to binge stuff, but now that we're on the last episode coming up, these past couple weeks have been really fun to like, oh, we're gonna sit down and watch something.
It
on
also
Thursday.
like you get so much more sucked into every episode.
Yeah.
Because you're not watching them like one by at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
You're watching them one by one, and it's like you really like focus, like you have your full attention during that hour that the episode is, and then you're just like, okay, what's gonna happen next?
Mm-hmm.
You know. And like even for us, like we've even rewatched some of the episodes after they've dropped.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, this has been really fun and really exciting. And to everyone that's asking if that's me singing, yes, that's me singing. I do have a voice of an angel. So, yeah.
Do you want to sing here in the podcast? Maybe.
Well, what's funny was it was so counterproductive for myself because to get my voice like really low, like I wanted to get a real low register for Z.
Yeah. And then go and sing in
we luckily sang closer to the end of production.
Yeah.
But during, like, because I worked with Mike Carpenter, who is like an extremely talented singer and like all around musician. He's just like super talented. He fucking can do everything. Yeah. But he wrote the song, the brothers chant, Long May They Reign, I believe is the title of it. But he wrote that and like did everything on it. It's like it's just he's so talented. But I worked really closely with him on the vocals for that. We did a lot of rehearsal. He worked in the studio, like he was there in the studio with me, and we really sectioned up the song and kind of like hit every note and just really perfected it. And he just gave me a lot of tips and tricks.
He gave you a lot of tics.
He gave me tics. No, he gave me a lot of tips and tricks, and he's super talented. But I've spent a lot of time singing karaoke. That's kind of my singing background.
Yeah.
But I've always loved singing, and I knew how important this was for when I started researching the series and the characters. I immediately was drawn to Z. Like I was like I didn't want to play any other brother except for Z.
Yeah.
And I knew after doing all that research, I was like, okay, like his love language is like he sings to the people that he cares about. Like that's the way he shows that he cares, really. Like it's his ultimate offer to his like loved ones or the people he cares about. And when I saw that he sang in book 1, and then I saw that he has a moment where he sings in book 2, and like he has all these, he has all these moments, all these really important defining moments of him when he's like offering himself to who he's singing. And I knew right off the bat, I was like, I have to do that singing. And I just remember telling Tosca, I was like, you guys, I have to sing for this. And she's like, well, can you sing? And I was like, I'm gonna do it. Like, I'm gonna figure it out. I'm like, my singing can be hit or miss sometimes. Cause like I've done.
Your singing is great.
Yeah. But I mean like every time I would sing publicly, I was always typically drunk, you know?
Yeah.
Pretty much every time. I had liquid courage, but I've had times where like I fucking kill it. And then I've had times where I'm like, I just blow up because I was probably too drunk. But, it's a very exhilarating, thing to do. But like, I was so nervous on set that day. And the first, like we did the whole scene and we went right into the chanting and like, we did it, and everybody on set, there were so many people on set, everybody on set started clapping, and it was probably one of the best feelings I've ever felt in my life.
Did they know that you were gonna sing?
No, most of the people there had no idea because I was rehearsing privately with Mike. Like I was coming in on days with him, like on the weekends, to like work with him on it.
Yeah.
And then we only did a couple rehearsals with all the brothers and me, where we did the chanting and the singing, and we only did that like once or twice. But the rest of the cast like had no idea that was coming up, because it just says in the script, it says like the brothers chant, and like it didn't have the dialogue in there.
Yeah.
If I don't remember to the exact what it said in the script, but yeah. Everybody on set, like I remember Kim coming up to me, and then like even Gene was Gene was just like, he's like, I had no idea that you sang. And I'm like, I don't sing. Like I just really, I knew how important this part of Z's story is. Like I felt like it'd be false if I didn't do it, you know? Yeah. And Tosca said like they gave me the opportunity to do it, but she was like, if it's not there, like
we're gonna
like,
have someone else do it.
Yeah, and so I'm just so happy that we were able to make it work. And
of course, because it sounds really good.
Yeah, and if I keep seeing a lot of comments about people asking what the lyrics mean, and I might get in trouble for this, but
you want to tell them?
Yeah, I think because it's episode 5 already came out, and and
episode 6 is launching tomorrow when this drops. So
yeah, so for the first chorus, we shu lon they avion on shildon is we shall serve and protect, and then let me think. It's like hard to say it out loud without singing it. I'm like nervous right now.
Don't be nervous.
And then the second part of the line is, may your lineage endure. Matin et endura.
Yeah.
And then, your favorite part. Gebenet beo, gebenet beo, blessed be, blessed be.
Yeah.
But Michelle always likes it. You can say it.
I'm always singing, que pero, que pero. Que pero, que
Whenever we watch the episode and that part comes, she does that. And it's not even how you pronounce it, but it fucking makes me laugh so much.
I just have moments when I'm walking around the house and I just go, que pero, que pero.
Yeah.
And he's like, that's not the lyrics. And I'm like, that's what it sounds like to me.
But even Zach would make fun of that part too, and it's just, oh my god, we had like a laughing fit on set because after we filmed all of our coverage, Tosca wanted, like we did multiple takes of the singing and the chanting, a lot, and then because she had to get so many different angles and stuff, and then I'm like, everybody clapped after that one first big take. And then, like, I'm sitting in my chair with everybody off, like, a little bit offset. But there was a lot of people sitting there that day because there were so many people on set. And I'm sitting there, and I'm like, I felt really good. Like, I was like, okay, I'm like, we got through it. It's good. And then Tosca starts doing Olivia and Robert's coverage. And she's like, Andrew, we need you to come back in and sing to give them to react off of. And I typically will always do that for actors. But in my mind, I was like, but I have to do it again. And then I'm just like, okay. And then super nervous again. And then she was like, we need one of the brothers to do the chant. And then so Zach was sitting there, and Zach's like, okay, I'll go. And then so me and Zach are in there just by ourselves on the other side of the camera. And we're doing the chant together, and then I go into the singing, and as soon as I start singing, Zach is just dying laughing, but he's like holding his mouth, and so I'm trying to hit a high note, and then I start laughing, and Tosca's like, what are you guys doing in there? She's like, stop, like, and I'm like, I'm sorry, I can't, like, Zach just keeps laughing, I can't control it, and it literally happened every time, and then like thankfully
I feel like their reaction was good though.
Oh yeah, they're great they're great actors, you know. No, but there was like one or two takes where Zach was laughing and I was still going through the motions of singing, but it was that's probably one of my favorite memories. I think it was just it was really fun. That not for production but or for everyone else, but it was fun for me and Zach.
Just twinning out.
Yeah. It was so counterproductive for me because I want to get a vocal coach, not for the singing portion for season 2, but I want to work with somebody
for the voice,
for lowering my register, because I was just like raw dogging it. Like we
don't want to get any.
First of all, I was
issues.
I was smoking cigarettes with Vicious like every day, like multiple cigarettes with him every day.
You can't do that for season 2.
But I was drying out my voice, my throat, to get like that growly low register. Mm-hmm. And I remember talking to Kim and telling her that, because I think she's an actual like vocal coach, and I think she's a singer as well. And she was telling me, she's like, you shouldn't do that. You're gonna damage your vocal cords. Yeah. And I was like, that's good if I damage them, because then it will just be a raspy lower register. And but then I wasn't. Like the first portion of shooting, I wasn't really like thinking about that I mean, I knew I was gonna have to sing at one point, but I was just so focused on what the next day was. So I just really wanted to have that gravelly, like lower register that Z has, and so it's just funny. Like I was like trying to fuck up my vocal cords like the first half of the shoot, and then a couple days before they locked in the mating ceremony, I was just like drinking throat soothing tea. I was just like mainlining honey, and then I was using like this Singer's throat spray, which this stuff doesn't really work, but I was gonna see if maybe I'd do something. But and then I obviously stopped smoking cigarettes with Vicious, but yeah, it was just like so counterproductive for me to be like trying to ruin my vocal cords, and then in a couple days being like, okay, like doing vocal warm-ups and all these exercises, and
yeah, we definitely have to get a better plan for going into season 2.
Yeah, I need to learn how to use my diaphragm better. Like I obviously with the singing I was doing that, but like with the talking I need to like really get in there, and play around.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna spray some of this, and
he's gonna spray some of that spray that doesn't really help. And now he has the voice of an angel.
And now I have a voice of an angel.
Wait, can I do it?
Yeah. I'm nervous.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Are you guys ready?
Hold
on. You're fine.
Okay.
Okay, you ready?
Yes, I'm ready. Get Benedict Bayo. Langley of Armory. Langley of Sequin.
Baby, that sounded so good.
No, it didn't.
That sounded so good. Are you kidding me?
That was a little rough.
That sounded so good. For no like warm up, that sounded fucking amazing.
Yeah.
Are
wow.
you guys just as excited as I am?
We'll see if that makes the cut.
It is. It is gonna make the cut. That sounded fucking good.
I blew the mic. I could see how that was all fucking blown out. So we'll see how it sounds.
But we can fix that. Fix that in post.
How do you what?
You just lower that part of the volume. I got you. I got you. You.
Okay.
I got you.
So, yes, that was me singing, but I was practicing a lot, and I had Mike there to help me. Also, it's hard doing it sitting down. There was a little trick that he gave me when you're singing those, like that last portion where I'm like belting it. What we were doing in the studio, he said if you stand on your tippy toes when you do that, it helps you. And I don't know why it does, but it fucking does. And it's awesome. It's kind of hard to sing that sitting down.
Yeah. Because you also did ADR afterwards.
Yeah, we did ADR 2 days. It was like 2 days of it.
Yeah.
We did some ADR in Atlanta at the end of production, and then I did ADR in Los Angeles as well.
Yeah.
To like perfect a couple more like little portions, but
yeah.
But yeah. So yeah.
Hope you guys are happy.
And
if I see one more goddamn comment saying, "That's not Andrew," you don't know. Shit. That's my man. The voice of an angel.
She'll fight you guys. No,
I've been more and more feisty in the comments, I feel.
I know. We probably need to pull back a little bit. No, but it's, yeah, I mean, the response has been awesome, and I'm just like, I'm so grateful for all the fans. Like, everybody has been so nice, and Olivia and Robert are fucking amazing. Like, I just love from like Robert in the beginning till now, it's like you've seen so much like growth in his character, and it's like his job was so difficult. Like, he had to convey all this stuff while wearing a wig and glasses, and like I don't think people understand how hard that is, and he fucking nailed it.
Yeah.
Like all these little like micro like
emotions.
Yeah, like gestures that he's doing with it. Like, it's just
without using your eyes, basically.
Yeah, it's so he's super talented. He's a really great actor.
Yeah.
And then and of course Olivia's amazing, and everyone knows that. But yeah, I'm excited for you guys all to see the finale, and then you guys can just binge this every day until season 2 comes out, and it will be here before you guys know it, I promise. So
yeah, because they just got the first episode script down. That's waiting to be reviewed, right?
Yeah.
So
yeah, and I've been working on, like, as soon as we wrapped season 1, I started working on book 2, and what I like to do is, like, I like to learn all my lines from the book.
Yeah.
Because the scripts are going to be almost
so similar.
So similar. It's like so yeah, I'm just already learning my dialogue, so once I get the script, I'm like, I already know.
I saw there was one person commented because you posted a story about working on it.
Yeah.
And how very C of you for eating an apple at the same time.
Yeah.
But someone was like, my heart is breaking for what you're doing to that book, because you're like highlighting stuff and like underlying it and putting all those stamps.
I have to do that. I have to. The book is so fucked up though, from like folding it, and like the spine of it is like, I'm worried some of the pages might start falling out, but
I mean book 1 too is also,
yeah, I destroyed book 1 as well, but
listen, those are our personal books. We're never gonna sell them.
No, I'm gonna keep these forever.
These are memories.
Yeah, of course. I cherish the books, and I underline and highlight, like, I highlight all my dialogue, but I underline a lot of important parts that I think for my character, even things that other people are saying about me. I think those are the most important, because I can get an idea of like how people see me, you know. But
can I ask a question that I saw some people asking?
What?
What does the different colors of Post-its mean?
The purple ones mean pages that I actually have dialogue in a scene. And then the pink ones were just to point out like stuff with Bella. And then or things that Bella says that I think are important. And then the orange ones were, I think, just when other people are talking about me that isn't Bella. And then I ran out of some Post-its at the end, and I needed to use the same color for a couple of things.
Do you also mark the scenes that you're in but don't have any dialogue?
What do you mean mark? Like on the...
Yeah.
Yeah, I marked those as well.
Yeah.
Scenes that I'm just like in the background, like, you know,
because I saw someone that was like, I wonder what the different colors are for.
Yeah. And then I've seen notes about, or I've seen comments about like, what do I write in my journal? And pretty much just like I go into detail about the scenes of like what's happening, and then I kind of have like a journal as Z, where obviously he's illiterate and can't read and write until after book 3, but I like to write as if I'm Zadist, like I'm like journaling as him. So it's just like I'll have like a free flow of like thought of like what I think he's thinking and stuff. And I don't know if that's too like important for me to do as a character, but I enjoy doing it. Like I like doing it. And I feel like
that's good for you, like diving into this character.
Yeah.
Like you also have to do stuff that might not be that important to do, but it's good for you as a person.
Yeah.
Because it helps you dive into this character.
Yeah. And then also so many people keep asking, they're like, how, like, have you read the books? Are you reading the books? Like, I really enjoy, I love the books, but I only read up to Father Mine, to the novella, because
Is that book 6?
It's like 6.5. It comes in the Brotherhood guidebook, but I think you could probably just get it by itself. I'm not sure, but I had it in the Brotherhood guidebook. And I stopped there because I was thinking about Z as a father, you know, and like where we're at in the show, like I shouldn't even have that.
Yeah, you
thought
don't want to
going
dive.
through
Yeah,
my
you
mind.
don't really want to dive into how C is acting post Bella.
Yeah.
When we haven't even reached that point in the TV show yet.
Yeah. And it was hard for me to stop. I wanted to continue reading. Like, I really do enjoy the books, and like I enjoy learning about the world and all the other characters. I do enjoy it, but for the sake of my performance, like, I really want to just stay in the mind state of Z before he meets Bella. And I think that's so important because it's
I mean, it's technically 2 different characters.
Yeah, I mean,
like,
yeah.
You know, how you're acting now in season 1 and season 2 is completely different for how you're acting in end of season 3 and season 4 and season 5.
Yeah, of course, but
continuing.
But yeah. Yeah.
I'm really excited to see who they cast as Mary and Bella and John Matthew.
Yeah, I am too. I'm really excited.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's going to be a good time.
Yeah. I'm excited.
What else do we have to talk about? I know that you said something after we finish this.
Andrew got a TikTok.
Oh yeah, I got a TikTok. Yeah, I got it. Not because I wanted to. I really was against it. I did not want to get one.
I think we have an episode when you talk about someone having a TikTok with your name pretending to be you.
Yeah.
And you're like, I don't have a TikTok. I'm never going to have a TikTok.
It's just he got really good at pretending to be me.
Yeah.
He started like sending people like scammer fucking messages and.
Yeah, he posted like a happy birthday. I mean, I'm saying he. I don't know if it's a he, but this person.
They have the same handle as I do on like my others, like on Instagram and my other social media stuff, but like so I mean, it was convincing. I looked at it. He's like posting stuff of Michelle and like.
See, the thing is, I tried to report him.
Yeah.
Like pretending to be someone else, and they're like, "Who are you pretending to be?" And I can't put you in because you're not verified. No, I know.
And that's what I started getting all these messages being like, "Oh, you should get verified so that way I can report this account." And I'm
you can report the account though.
I've already reported it,
but
now
you.
but they've already looked at that and said he doesn't go against any of against their guidelines. So I couldn't report it either, and then he blocked me, so now I can't even see his page anymore. I thought his account got taken down, but then I had you look at it, and I
haven't blocked, so.
Yeah, but you were able to see his account though.
I haven't blocked, so he can't block me.
Yeah, but hey, if you're listening, I'm coming for you, and you will be dismantled soon. I promise you. No, but TikTok is really kind of frustrating.
TikTok is just.
No, like the app itself is frustrating because I've been trying to. I go to like when you go to accounts, to your account, you go to like settings or whatever, and then you go to like to verify.
Yeah.
You click on that, and it has 3 checklist things that you have to do, and the middle one is verify your phone and email.
Yeah.
And I go to that, and then it just takes me back to another screen, to the settings screen, and then I don't receive an email. I don't receive anything to get like verify my email.
Yeah. And
then it says like to check if I put my email in there, right? And I put my email in there, and then it says this email is already linked to this account. And I'm like, what the fuck is, it's like all these weird glitches.
I did that yesterday because I was like, oh, I wonder if I can do it. But it said the same thing to me.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you don't have an email, basically.
Yeah.
So I put in the email. I got a code. I put in the code, and then it still said the same thing like it did for you, you know?
Yeah.
And then it was like in the same email, there was like a verify your email like button, and I pressed it, and they were like, oh no, it like error. And it said like this is valid for 20 minutes, but this was like 5 minutes after I got the email and everything. And I put in a different email because I was like, wait, maybe that email doesn't work. So I put in a different email trying to do that. And this was at like 8:30 in the morning, and I got the code for TikTok for that email at 7 p.m.
The next day?
No, the same day. But I got the code
like hours
emailed
later,
to me 10 hours later, basically.
Yeah, and you only have 20 minutes to use it.
Yeah,
Like,
so I was like, what the hell?
Yeah, I haven't received any code, and it's just been, and I have my number linked because it will send me a code to my cell phone, and I'm able to like log in or something with that.
Yeah.
But it's been so frustrating, and I honestly hate it, and I don't want another social media thing to have to do. But I've had so many messages from people being like, oh, is this your TikTok account? Oh, I've been talking to you on TikTok, or all these things, and I'm like, I don't have a fucking TikTok.
I also just feel like TikTok is silly. I don't take TikTok seriously, and I feel like I can be more silly on TikTok. You know, I can post more like silly videos.
Yeah.
Then I don't really want to post on Instagram. I feel like I'm more for like the aesthetic. You know that.
Yeah.
How I'm like, oh, I don't want to post this and this and that because it's not aesthetically. Like you're like, oh, let's collab on this post, and I'm like, it crashes with my feed.
Yeah, which is annoying, but okay.
Sorry. But TikTok, I feel like it's more silly. So I'm kind of excited that you have it because I'm not like a full super active on TikTok. I think the last time I posted something was like September last year.
Yeah. I know a lot of people don't use Instagram, so which I like. There's like people that are strictly on TikTok, but again, I don't want people impersonating me on certain accounts because it's frustrating when you're getting messages from people that follow me on Instagram, and they're like, oh, I've been talking to you on this, and I'm like, I don't have that.
Like, that's not me.
And that's weird, and I just don't want anyone to get fucking scammed or something, you know, and then but I don't know if I'm gonna be doing like super original content on it. Like I don't really know. I'm just playing it by ear right now, but it's like already these past couple of days I've been very active on social media, and it's been like very time consuming, and I'm like already getting that
burnout.
Like I'm like getting like I just want to stop and put my phone away, and but I'm also trying to be active. Sorry, I should not have sang. I'm like so plugged up right now. Sorry, guys.
Ooh.
God. Ooh. I guaranteed I sounded like shit in that singing.
No. You sounded really good.
But thank you. I love you. But I was gonna say something.
You feel burnout from
I feel burnt
social
out.
media.
I already want to take a break, but I think it's important right now because of these episodes coming out that I just like so many people are active online talking about it. I kind of want to like chime in here and there. And again, like everyone that has reached out to me, I've pretty much read everybody's messages, and I've tried to respond to as many as I can, but it's like I went into a mode where I'm typing saying thank you so much, like I
over and over and over again.
Thank you so much. I appreciate all the love and support. And then I found myself like I want it to be
more personal.
I want the message to be personable to you and unique to the person I'm talking to. But doing that I'm not kidding you, I have like 3,000 messages after episode 5 came out, like, and I've gone through pretty much most of them and like have responded. I've tried to respond to people. It's so much. It was like it took a couple hours to just do what I did already, and it's and I feel bad, but I just want everybody to know. I made one post where I just wanted to say thank you to everybody, but like truly thank you so much for all of your guys' messages and your support. Like you have no idea. I was like walking around the house with a big fucking smile on my face. This is like every actor's dream, to play a beloved character like this that people have held so dearly to their hearts for like, how many years is it since 2005? Like
20.
Yeah. So what year is it? And
yep. See everybody.
No, it really, really is though. Like it's one of the greatest feelings ever, you know, like to
Well, not only are you playing a beloved character, but you also kind of are playing like a villain in this first season, you know, in a way, because people are like, stay away from him, blah blah blah, you know.
Z has a lot of walls, you know, but deep down inside, he's a loyal
puppy.
I like to think of him as a hurt child, okay, and that's what he was, but but he has like these two warring beliefs inside of him, that he wants to be loved, but he truly believes that he is unworthy of love. And it's like trying to play both of those things is very difficult, but I've had so much fun doing this, and it's just been incredible. Like, this is one of the, out of everything I've gotten to do, this has been the most exciting and the most fulfilling. And like, I love working on the books and working on Z, and this lead up to season 2. Obviously I'm gonna love when I put on the costume and like put on the shit kickers, get the scar on. Like, I feel like I disappear and I'm Z. But really, this lead up to it, like doing all this homework and just like getting into that mindset again, and I fucking love it. I love it so much.
Yeah. And
I just feel very, very lucky. I feel fortunate that the fans are enjoying the show, and this has been amazing.
Yeah.
So I love you. Thank you for your support through all of this.
Of course.
And I love all of the fans that we have for the show. You guys have been amazing. So
yeah.
I'm gonna shut up now.
No, don't shut up. We have a podcast.
And that's the way the cookie crumbles. I like it.
Sure.
That was from Bruce Almighty.
I know.
Okay.
I know.
I love you.
I love you.
I love you too.
I love you more.
I love you 3,000.
I don't even know if the microphone actually picks this up.
Probably not.
When we're whispering.
All right. You said we were going to talk about something after we do some BDB stuff. TikTok. We talked about that. I have a TikTok, Andrew_Biernat. Michelle is almost at 10,000 followers on Instagram. So please go follow her, because I swear to God, ever since we met, she's always like, it would just be nice to have 10,000 followers.
It is. I feel like that's a milestone. I feel
it
like
is.
No,
cool. It is. It is cool. And I'm not gonna lie. I hit 100K, and it's like,
you did.
And I'm like,
it's cool.
It's like a weird little validation. You feel like you're doing something right. You're like showing things that you're doing, and people seem interested, and it feels good. You know?
Exactly.
At the end of the day.
I feel like, because I really enjoy social media. I love creating. I love photography. I love, content creation and stuff like that. So like, just having that validation that you reached the milestone of 10K, I'm like, that is such a cool milestone to reach.
Yeah. No, it is. As much shit as I talk about social media, I really, when I'm in certain moods, I have fun. Like, I have fun editing videos. Like, I really do have fun. I love editing videos.
Well, that's the thing why I was like, kind of, when you were like, should I get TikTok? And I was like, yeah, you should. Was because you do love editing videos. And like, TikTok is mostly just videos.
Yeah, but I've been messing around with their editing stuff, and I kind of hate it.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm like good at Instagram. I'm good at editing stuff on that.
When I film with TikTok, when I've done videos with TikTok, I film it straight through the app, and that's a good. I like their features then. But I don't know. I want to do some fun videos with you. I want to be silly on TikTok with you.
Yeah, we'll see.
Silly content.
I feel like I'll be in moods where I'm like more drawn to it, but like definitely right now I feel so burnt out with trying to respond to people, and it's nothing to do with the fans. Like, I love all of you guys. That's why I'm making an effort to it. But like, god damn it, it is a lot. It's so time consuming, and it's a lot to like, again, go back to trying to be personable to each person. And not sound like a fucking computer generated response. Be like, thank you so much. I am a fucking robot, you know?
Well, that's another thing that I wanted to talk about.
Whose straw is that?
That's my straw. Okay. Your cup was empty.
I have a little bit left.
You're fine. You can drink from my straw.
It's okay.
My glass straw. No, what I was gonna say is before we started podcasting today, someone reposted your video that you posted on TikTok.
Which one?
From 4th of July.
Oh, yeah.
Of you dancing in the kitchen and eating leftover duck.
That wasn't
lamb.
duck, it was lamb.
Lamb.
She keeps saying duck. I was like, we've never bought duck before. Not against duck.
I don't know where I got.
Not against duck. But
I don't know where I got duck from.
Yeah,
in my head, I'm like thinking that was duck. And just being like overall silly. And there was someone that reposted it to their Facebook and was like saying that you were thirsty and looking for attention.
I just thought it was a funny video because I started blasting music and we just got back from the pool, so I took my shorts off to hang them up to dry, and then I was hungry because you were showering.
Yeah.
And then I was blasting that music, and then you came around the corner just by. Typically, if Michelle pulls her phone out and just will come and film, like that one video you had of me vacuuming naked in here. Typically that's what she'll see.
Listen,
but
Andrew
it was like,
likes to be naked in the house.
Yeah. The dogs literally started fighting today, and I was about to hop in the shower, and Michelle's like, stop. And then I run out butt naked, and like all the windows are open, and I'm like, guys, stop. And I'm just like completely naked. But no, but it was.
This is our safe zone, okay?
Yeah.
And the fact that we're inviting you guys to see bits and pieces of that safe zone, of us just being our genuine self. And then saying negative stuff about that.
Everybody, the majority of the people that watch and listen to us or follow us have been like, they've been all extremely positive. That was like one person. So we can't group everybody.
I'm not grouping anybody.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Yeah. But it is frustrating when you see those negative comments because it's, I literally, I didn't know you were going to come out and film. And so after you sent me the video, I thought it was funny. Also because I'm not a great dancer and I thought I went pretty well to the beat of that song. I thought it was funny. And I was like, this will be a funny 4th of July post. And so I posted it to my stories on Instagram and it after 24 hours, it deletes. But then I was like thinking after all the messages I was receiving the other day about the TikTok account. And then I asked you, I was like, do you think I should make one? And you're like, yeah, just do it. I make it, and then I was like, should I even post anything? Should I just fucking make it and then tell people this is my account? And then I was like, okay, TikTok is a fucking dancing app. Every time I've gone, or not me go on there personally, but when you hear people talking about it or you see people that are like on it, they're like.
Yes, that exactly.
And so, they're doing like all these weird little dance moves. I was like, okay, it's like a dancing app. I was like, so my first video will be me dancing. I just happen to be naked. But you can't see anything, everything is, I zoomed in, I like slow-mo to see if anything happened. You can't see shit, okay?
Nothing is popping up.
No, it's fine. Everything's good. It's not, I don't know. But I thought that would be a funny video to start with. And if I feel like it, maybe I'll start posting like original stuff only to that and then kind of separate. But then it's like I'm thinking, okay, now I have to do double the work for social media. And I just want it to be, I want it to be like natural. If I feel compelled to like say I see something and I'm like, oh, this would be funny for TikTok. Like if I get that feeling of compelled to make it or film it or whatever, then I'll do it. But like right now I've been kind of reposting stuff that I've posted on Instagram to kind of get used to like the editing system that they have on TikTok. And I don't like it. I'm super against it. I love the Instagram editing stuff. It's easy.
Are you using edits?
For Instagram?
Mm-hmm.
No, I use the editing on Reels.
Yeah.
But the thing that makes me mad about TikTok is you can only use portions of songs.
Yeah.
And then you're like, well, if you upload the original, I'm like, how the fuck do you upload the original audio? And I don't know how to do that.
You go to Spotify.
I'm not doing that.
Screen record the song.
See, I'm not.
And then you put that into.
Not doing that. I'm not doing that. I'm against that. But I love on Instagram how you can type in a song, they have it, and then you can choose from the beginning of the song or the end of the song or use the whole song depending on how long the video is. I love that. And then it's like I go to fucking TikTok and it's like, oh, you can only use this middle part of the song. And I'm like, well, I want to use the beginning of the fucking song. And I can't. because there's nobody uploaded it or whatever.
I'm sorry, baby.
And this is not what I should be thinking about. That's also. I'm like, wait, why have I been stressing about this? I should not be worried about this. I should be doing other things that I have to do.
Yeah. But I feel like that's
Que bello. That's not it. So yeah.
That's all we have to say this week.
Are we done?
Should we round it out?
Yeah, let's
we're like 1:30.
Yeah, that's fine. All right, guys, we're sorry for such a long hiatus. I know we've said this in the past, but
we're back now.
We're back.
We hope so.
Yeah, we hope so. But the finale episode of the Black Dagger Brotherhood premieres
Black Daggerhood
premieres this Thursday. It's going to be a great episode. There's a lot of fun stuff happening in it. It's very exciting. I feel like every episode, which I was telling Tosca this, I don't know how they did it, but you watch an episode, you're like, that was good. That was like, I really like that. And then you're like, I'm like thinking back on like, okay, what did we do for episode 2? And I'm like, I think episode 1's just going to be a lot better. And then you watch the next episode and you're like, wow, that was just like enough, a little bit better than the last one. And then they just progressively build. And every episode, I personally think, this is my opinion, is better than the last. And I think that's cool when a show does that, you know, because sometimes it doesn't. The first episode is like whatever, and then the second episode's really good and you're locked in, and then like the third and fourth are like kind of fall flat. It's like a progressively have gotten better, and it's cool to be a part of that. Yeah. And I hope you guys,
I hope season 2 has like 8 episodes instead of
that would be
6.
fucking cool. I don't know anything, so don't ask me, but that would be fucking cool.
Or 10.
10 would be cool. But if it's going to be 10, I still want like an hour an episode, you know?
Yeah. I still feel like a 45 episode is good.
No, we need an hour. At least an hour.
Yeah.
If not an hour and a half.
I feel like the last episode is going to be like an hour and a half. Or is it going to be longer?
I don't know. They don't tell me anything because I tend to spoil things, which I'm probably going to get in trouble for saying what the lyrics were for the song, the mating ceremony song.
Think so.
Well, nobody said anything to me, and so I just assume that it's okay.
Yeah.
Which they're probably learning by now is they need to tell me. Yeah, or put a shock collar on me, you know.
Say no.
Yeah, actually put a collar on me, not the slave band, but like a skinny little collar that once I started saying should I shouldn't, you guys shocked me. And the person that's playing John Matthews is sorry. Okay, I'm gonna shut up now. I don't know who is, so don't ask me. I don't know anything. Okay, should we get out of here?
Yes. Bye, guys.
Thank you, guys.